next step in Roman Reigns' plan has been revealed, and it's a pretty surprising one. We'll also check out what's up with Jacob, Solo Sikoa, and more. Starting things off with a huge new development for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline story. Ever since the Raw after WrestleMania, Roman has been quietly trying to rebuild his family empire. That night after WrestleMania, he invited Jimmy and Jay to the ring and told them how he missed them and how he wanted them by his side, and how things would be different this time around if they joined him again. And the offer worked, and Jimmy and Jay fell back in line with Roman and agreed to the new situation there. Some fans had a few little issues with that, since they feel like Jimmy and Jay falling back to being Roman's lapdogs again really erases some of the character arcs and storylines from over the last few years. But Roman, Jimmy, and Jay technically squashed everything in 2024, so it seems like they were technically on good enough terms for this reunion. And immediately after getting Jimmy and Jay on his side again, Roman was faced with a new family challenger, and that was Jacob Fatu. Jacob stepped up to Roman and was brawling with him every week and using forbidden moves on Roman, but in the end, it still wasn't enough to take Roman down. Roman pinned and defeated Jacob in not one, but 2 consecutive matches all by himself with no outside interference. And due to the tribal combat stipulation for the match, Jacob now has to serve Roman and acknowledge him as his tribal chief, which Jacob has accepted and has been following in recent weeks. The only issue that has been displayed so far is that Jacob is not going to allow himself to get bossed around and follow orders directly from Jimmy and Jay, which is a pretty valid argument by Jacob. He acknowledged Roman. He should only listen to orders from Roman. There's no reason for Jimmy and Jay to act like they're above Jacob and order him to do things. So it's justified for Jacob to not want to listen to anything Jimmy and Jay tell him to do. This led to the June 12th edition of Smackdown, where we got a bonus Bloodline segment for the week. Usually Roman and the Bloodline are exclusive to Raw, but since the King of the Ring tournament was going on, it was a bit of a crossover night, and the Bloodline, minus Roman, was in town for Smackdown. Jacob told Jimmy and Jay that he once again was not there to listen to their orders, but how he was there with a direct order from Roman and how he had to speak to Solo Sikoa, which Jacob did accomplish later on in the night. Jacob went to Solo Sikoa and revealed what that special order was from Roman Reigns. Jacob revealed that Roman Reigns felt like the issues between Solo and himself had gone on for too long, and how Roman wanted Solo Sikoa to come home and join him again, squash all their issues with each other. Roman has squashed everything with Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob, but Roman has never made things right again with Solo Sikoa and everything they went through there. And Solo fired back pretty hard, saying that going back to Roman is not home, and how it's a doghouse for his lapdogs. Solo pointed out Jacob used to be a deeply feared man, and how he was close to beating Roman, but how that was all gone. Solo noted that all Roman had done to Jacob was embarrass him, humiliate him, and make him kneel down in front of the whole world. Solo doesn't think that's how anyone should treat someone that they love. Solo strongly stated that he has no interest going back to Roman and told Jacob to deliver the message to Roman that he could go to hell. Jacob said that if Roman orders him to come after Solo Sikoa, he won't hesitate to come after him. But Solo wraps up the segment by saying that if Roman wants him, he can come get him himself. Overall, a pretty intriguing backstage segment there between Jacob and Solo. A lot of fans were very impressed with Solo's work and delivery in this segment. He was serious, spoke strongly, and even as a heel, Solo was speaking facts and sounded like the sane one here in this argument, with him basically telling Jacob that no matter what Roman says, that Roman has not actually changed one bit, how Roman is still the same person he's always been. And it's interesting that Solo brings this up, because this has been a burning question and debate that the entire community has been having since the start of this World Heavyweight title reign for Roman. Is he truly different in current day? Has he really changed? Or is he just masking up his usual ways at the moment, and the family just hasn't caught on to it yet? Because in Jimmy and Jay's eyes, they feel like Roman is different. He's changed, and that played a large part in why they decided to link up with him again. But Solo Sikoa is pretty much saying that it's still a ruse, that Roman is still very much the exact same person he was back during the prime days of the Bloodline. Still the same narcissist and self-centered person that he's always been. And this has been the big unresolved mystery over the last few months that fans have been trying to crack. Is Roman truly a different type of leader, or are his old ways starting to break through the cracks? Even though Roman has been handling his matches on his own lately, it seems like he wants to quietly rebuild the Bloodline. Not only rebuild it, but quite possibly make it stronger and bigger than ever. Roman already secured Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob, and telling by this special message that Roman had for Solo, it seems like Roman was interested in bringing Solo and MFT back into his version of the Bloodline. If that's Roman's true goal, then it does seem like he does have a secret huge plan he's up to there. If Roman gets things his way, that means his new version of the Bloodline would consist of Jimmy, Jay, Jacob, Solo, Tala, Tama, and himself. The Bloodline has never had that many members all on the same side before. So could that be Roman's grand scheme here? To rebuild the Bloodline stronger and bigger than ever, while also shielding his world title reign behind all of the family members? That could be the plan, and if that's the plan, then technically, Solo is right. Roman hasn't changed one bit, and he's still at the center of his own plan here. This could all be about protecting his world title reign, instead of it being about bringing the family back together. So we'll see how that continues to unfold here, because more Bloodline matches could be on the way. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.